NCAA has adopted new regulations. Now there will be a sport by sport approach for transgender athletes, bringing the organization in line with the U.S. and international Olympic committees. And Michael Phelps and Caitlyn Jenner, they have weighed in on the fairness of trans athletes in the sport.
I can talk from a standpoint of doping. I don't think I've competed in a clean field in my entire career. I think this leads back to the organizing committees again, because it has to be a level playing field. I think that's something that we all need.
She knows when she's swimming, she's beating the competition by 2 laps. She was born a biological boy. She was raised as a biological boy. Her cardiovascular system is bigger. Her respiratory system is bigger. Her hands are bigger. She can swim faster.
And
that's
Chris,
a no.
I mean, do you feel like with these new rulings from the NCAA that there's going to address the massive advantages that trans athletes have in women's sports?
Well, I believe NCAA will do the right thing. When it comes to Michael Phelps's comment, suggesting that this is complicated, I really don't view it that way. I think this is basic human biology. And what kind of triggered me this week is when I saw that the trans swimmer who wants to break the women's swimming record has compared herself to the man who ended racial segregation in U.S. baseball, and that is Jackie Robinson. And to me, when I heard that comparison, I thought, what an insult to Jackie Robinson's legacy, because I don't know too many people who have been killed for trying to vote, redlined out of housing, arrested for, sitting at a lunch counter because you are trans. So that comparison, I think, fuels a lot of Americans that can't get on the side of Mrs. Thomas, who is wanting to, bring this kind of weird irony into the mix of, sports. I think, if you want to be able to swim, you have that opportunity, but it should be from your biological stance.
And here's where I disagree with Chris, because it is complicated. Here you are, we're trying to, as a society, come together and let people be authentic and let people live the life that really how their mind sees themselves is also mirroring the outside image. But when it comes to a sport where their physical prowess determines if you will win or not, and I've always said this, as a woman who has gone through puberty, as a woman, my body cannot develop like a man who went through puberty as a man who then transitions and takes down that testosterone. It is impossible, hence why it's complicated. We want the inclusivity, but then where is the fairness of the sport?
Yeah, and the reason I guess I say it's not so complicated, I mean, we're just seeing these trans biological athletes dominating and breaking your records. I mean, we talked about it last year, even when it came to, cross country, track and field. I mean, there's evidence alone that suggests that this is not working out.
It's not. And that's why the NCAA coming in with this new ruling, we're going to continue to see this develop, right? This is not the end all rule. It's still going to be an unfair playing advantage.
Absolutely.
It's still going to be re-talked in. And just like Michael Phelps has stated, it's complicated, regardless what Chris Collins says. Complicated.
Yes.